What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Mo Hunt Silver. For tonight's video, we are going to have another 2-box penny hunt. This will be Penny Hunt and Fill number 31, boxes 60 and 61. We've now made it up to 229 spots out of the possible 287 to fill in our albums right here. So we do have some earlier wheat cents that we still need to find in book number 1. And that's what we're going to be looking for in these 2 boxes. Anything to fill any spots that we need to fill yet. And we'll also be looking for proofs, errors, varieties, foreign coins, hopefully a steel cent, because I think we still need some steelies for our books here yet. That would be really sweet. And we're going to also see how much copper we're going to be getting out of these boxes, because I did weigh both of them. And this box weighs 14 pounds, 12 ounces. And this box weighs 14 pounds, 11 ounces. So we'll just have to see how much copper we're able to get out of each one of these boxes at the end of each box hunt. Box number 61 does have one ender. It is a reverse wheat cent, I believe, right there in the center. So I'm going to save this box for second in the video. And this box here does not have any enders at all. So we will hunt this one first and see what we can get out of it. But before we do that, I would just like to remind anybody that's new to the channel to please subscribe and hit that thumbs up if you enjoy the video. So let me get everything set up and we'll start hunting box number 60. Roll number 4 is going to give us our first wheat cent. About 3/4 of the way through the roll, and this one is reverse facing. So we can flip it over. Got a lot of corrosion on the reverse. We're going to have a 1956 out of Philly. It is pretty cruddy. And we also did find 2 Canadians so far, in 1992 and in 1991. All right, so we'll keep moving. Roll number 5 is going to give us wheat cent number 2 for the hunt. And the last year, 1958, out of Denver. Roll number 9 is going to give us 2 finds. First one is going to be in 1984 out of Canada. So that'll now be our 3rd foreign for the box. And we're also going to have the 3rd wheat cent for the box. And this one is reverse facing. So we can flip it. And that's going to be in 1942 out of Philly. So that's the oldest so far. Roll number 12. We're finally going to outnumber foreign finds because we have wheat cent number 4. And it is going to be in 1957 out of Philly, that looks like. Yep. It's not in too bad a shape, but we'll take it. Roll 15. Just flattened them out. And we're going to have 2 reverse-facing wheat cents, only a few coins away from each other. So let's pull these out and see what the years are. That one don't look too bad. And we're going to have a 1956 out of Denver right there. Wheat cent number 1 in the roll. And then 3 coins later, we have wheat cent number 2, which is going to be a 1957 out of Philly. All right, so it seems like we're getting a lot of later 50s wheat cents so far, but that's all right. We'll take them. And I'll keep moving through this and see what else we can find here. Coin number 2. This is actually the second coin because there was a coin in front of this one. But we're going to have wheat cent number 7. And I almost didn't notice it at first because of all the corrosion and environmental damage this has, but it is a 1951 out of Philly. Pretty rough shape. All right. Keep moving and see what else we can find in this roll. Roll 26 is going to give us wheat cent number 8 for this box. And it's going to be a 1956 out of Denver again. So the late 50s trend in this box is continuing. Wheat cent number 9 is going to come out of roll number 33. And we do have an older one this time, 1941. That is going to be a Philly, so we can actually check that to see if it has any of the possible DDOs, because there are 3 of them you could look for. And first 2 are In God We Trust, and also Liberty, which I do not see. Looks pretty normal. And then the second one is much harder to see sometimes in the date area. It'll be on the 1 and the 9. And that looks pretty normal to me as well. So we'll have wheat cent number 9. It's the 1941 Philly. Put that up there, and we can keep moving. And hopefully we'll find something else. Wheat cent number 10 is going to come out of roll number 36. And it looks like we have a last year again. This time we'll have a 1958 out of Philly, which is the harder one to find. I don't know what kind of, that was in a fire or what. It's not in very good shape. And I saw another darker one back here. Let's give this a look. And that's actually going to be wheat cent number 11 now. 1951 out of Philly. Very next roll, roll number 37. And I believe we're going to have wheat cent number 12 for this box now. It's 1948 out of Denver with some corrosion. All right, well, at least we got another one from the 40s. That's only going to be the 3rd one for this box so far, because the rest have been from the 50s. But we'll keep moving. Roll 39. We're going to have wheat cent number 13 for the box. It is very cruddy on the reverse and the obverse. But we do have a 1948 that looks like Philadelphia. Man, rough shape. All right, we'll keep moving. Roll number 40 will give us wheat cent number 14 for the hunt. We do have a reverse facing. Doesn't look to be in too good a shape, but let's see what we have. We have a 1944 out of Denver. There we go. And I believe there is a repunched mint mark or something like that you could find on the 44 Denver. And I'm going to say this one is not one of them. That's pretty cool, though. Still take it. It's wheat cent. We can add to the other wheat cents up here. And I did notice also, as we pan back through this roll, we're going to have a Canadian right here, 1977. And also a second one that was right back here towards the back of the roll, and that's going to be a 1993. So 1 wheat cent and 2 Canadians out of that roll. And we'll see if there's anything else hiding in here. Wheat cent number 15 for the hunt will come out of roll number 44. And it's going to be reverse facing. Looks like it might be slightly older. And that's going to be a 1941 out of Philly. So we can actually check that again for any of our doubling. And I am not seeing anything. Nope, that looks pretty normal. All right, we'll keep moving. Roll 49 will give us wheat cent number 16 for the box. And it is reverse facing again, a little bit of corrosion. And that's going to be a pretty common 1944 out of Philly. We will take it. That's going to do it for box number 60 of the series. This box ended up giving us a total of 16 wheat cents, 6 2009s, and 9 foreign coins foreign cents, all being from Canada, and none being older than 1975. And just to recap on our wheat cents again, we did get a total of 7 from the 40s and 9 from the 50s. And then we have our copper cup right here, which we can weigh. And we're going to have 3 pounds, and I'll say 6 ounces. So that's actually pretty good, a little more than my average. My average is usually just under 3 pounds, so that was a pretty good box for copper. And we can move on to box number 61. See what we can get out of this one. Third roll of the box, or roll 53 of the hunt. I'm just working through it, guys. And I had to bring you in for this one, for sure. I have a 1983 Philadelphia. And it's not the DDR. But when I put it under the scope, I saw there was some doubling in the motto, "In God We Trust." And then if we also bring it down to Liberty, you can see there's some doubling right here in the bottom of the letters, all the way through pretty much. And strong doubling in the motto again, like I said. And if I get my computer clicked over here to Variety Vista, this is actually going to be the 1983 DDO-001 or the FS101. And there are a few die markers that you can look for on these here. There's like die scratches on the reverse. And there's also a die crack on the bottom left side of the building. And if I come back over here to my example, the reverse die scratches, as it shows on Variety Vista, are going to be these right in here. And also there's another one coming up off of the top of the building right here. And that's exactly what we have on the listing on Variety Vista, right there. And if we come down here to the designer's initials, the FG, there's a line right up here, which is a die scratch. And then another one coming off the F of FG, just like in their example right there. And then we have the die crack at the bottom of the building. Oh, and there's also another one coming off of Lincoln's head right here. Nice die scratch that you can also see on their listing right there. So that's pretty cool. I have found one of these before, and not in this good a condition. But I don't think it's good enough to grade, because PCGS will grade these. And in a Mint State 60 and a red brown, which I don't even think this would get a Mint State 60, but it's only worth about $45. So I would say this one's probably worth about $25 to $30, somewhere in there. But that's a pretty sweet find. Roll 54 is going to give us the first wheat cent for the second to the hunt. And we will have a 1957 out of Denver. Pretty common. Roll number 58 is going to give us wheat cent number 2 for box number 2 of the hunt. And we do have a pretty corroded and dirty wheat cent reverse. Let's see what we have for a date. And oh, that's going to be an oldie. Nice. 1926. Too bad there's not a mint mark on there. But I'll still take a Philly. Nice. That's 99 years old. That's a good one. Roll 59 will give us wheat cent number 3 for box number 2. And it was. And that's going to be a 1941 Philadelphia. So we can check that for any doubling, which I am not seeing. Nope. All right. So wheat cent number 3, 1941 Philadelphia. right there. Oh, and we also found a 1973 Canadian cent that was actually 1 coin away from being an ender on this roll. Roll 61 will give us wheat cent number 4 for box 2. It is reverse facing again, so we can give it the flip. And that's going to be a 1945 out of Philly. That one is pretty common, but we'll take it. Roll 62 is going to give us wheat cent number 5 for the second box. And this one is a 1949 out of San Francisco. And that's actually sweet because I don't find many 49 San Franciscos, or any San Franciscos for that fact. So that's pretty good. Take that one for sure. And we'll keep moving. Roll 69 will give us wheat cent number 6 for the box. Box number 2. And we're going to have a 1942 out of Denver. All right. Wheat cent number 7 for box number 2 is going to be from our ender roll. So we can flip this over and see what the date of this guy is. And that is going to be a 1957 out of Denver. Pretty common. All right. We'll keep moving. Roll 76 is going to give us wheat cent number 8 for box number 2. Let's see. This is probably a 40s. Yep, pretty common. 1945 out of Philly. Wheat cent number 9 for box number 2 is going to come out of roll number 78. This one actually doesn't look like it's in too bad a condition. It looks pretty decent except for the corrosion. A little bit of rim damage. And that's actually going to be older than I expected as well. 1945 Philly. That sucks because this side looks nice. That side's not so nice. Just working through roll 81, and we're going to have wheat cent number 11 for box number 2. And it's going to be this one right here, which is going to be a 1953 out of Philly in pretty darn good shape, except for a little bit of corrosion spots on the reverse here. But that looks pretty nice. That might be a book upgrader. Awesome. All right. Roll 86 is going to give us cent number 12 for box number 2. And it is reverse facing again. This one is pretty corroded, but we will have a 1940 out of Philly. Roll 90 will give us wheat cent number 13 for box number 2. And it's going to be a 1951 out of Philly. All right, looks pretty average. Roll 93 is going to give us wheat cent number 14 for box number 2. And we do have it reverse facing. And that is going to be a 1951 out of Denver this time. All right. That's going to do it for box 61 of the series. The last 7 rolls did not contain anything to add to our list of finds that we have up here. So this box will end up giving us a total of 14 wheat cents, 1 from the 20s, and we had 7 from the 40s, and I believe this is 6 from the 50s right here with a 1953 Philadelphia that does not look too bad. Then we did get a total of 7 Canadians out of this box, and 3 2009s, 3 different designs right there. And then I would definitely say the find of this box is going to be our 1983 double die obverse. And it's not in bad shape either. So now we can weigh our copper, because we did have another pretty good amount of copper in our copper jar. So let me grab our scale. Oops, sorry guys. And we'll get that turned on. And it's ready to go. We can weigh our copper. And yeah, it's going to be a little over 3 pounds again. 3 pounds, 1 ounce, and say 0.5 or so. So that's pretty average box, pretty good box worth of copper right there. And then I'll be right back now to do a full hunt wrap up and see if we can make any upgrades, possibly with that 53 Philly in our album, because I don't believe we have any additions. All right, guys, here's all the finds for Penny Huntin' Phil, number 31, boxes 60 and 61. These two boxes did give us a total of 30 wheat cents that I have right here on the board. And we have one from the 20s, 1926 Philly. And then we did get 14 from the 40s in total, and 15 from the 50s. This box, or these two boxes, also gave us a total of 15 foreigns, all of them being from Canada. So pretty good mix of dates there. Nothing seriously old though. And then the find of this hunt is going to be our 1983 FS 101 DDO. And that's in pretty good shape. So not bad. Very good hunt. And we're going to see now if we can make an upgrade with that 1953 Philly in our album and see if anything else might upgrade as well. But I'll be right back. All right, guys, just as I expected, we only are going to have the one upgrade for this episode. So we're still at 229 spots out of the possible 287 to fill out of all four of our Lincoln Scent albums. And the 1953 Philly that we found today is right there. As you can see, it looks way better than that one right there, which is the one we had in the book. So that's a pretty good upgrade. Makes one more scent in the album look that much better. So we can put that one off to the side. And with that, I'm going to say thanks for watching, guys. And I hope you liked the video. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new, please subscribe to the channel. And be on the lookout for all of my upcoming videos and future videos. All right, guys. Once again, thanks for watching. And we'll see you on the next one.